and welcome to the Rapscallions Report Darkcast, the darkest podcast on the internet. If you're not familiar, my name is Andy.
This voice is Eric.
And I'm Seamus.
And all of those were voices that I just imitated. Pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Especially how you can make all of them at the same time.
I know.
I'm a master ventriloquist.
Talented.
Or maybe
Yes.
it's that you're all voices in my head. Although I don't know how you're picked up on audio then.
It's the new technology. You're actually dreaming right now.
Oh, shit.
Actually.
Well, how did this get recorded on? Oh,
It's kind of like Nightmare on Elm Street.
no. You
Yeah.
can run, but you can't hide. Ways. No, fuck. Never mind. Everyone go watch Rick and Morty.
Why are we taking advice from this guy?
Everyone go watch Rick and Morty before he gets canceled. Please, for the love of Christ.
It's a great show.
Don't let me canceled. All right. The Rapscallions Reportcast is where we talk about things. We also do videos that you can find on YouTube by searching Rapscallions Report. If you're not familiar, please do that and get us that sweet-ass Google money. Today, we're going to be talking about numerous things. We're going to introduce our first regular segment, and that is What's Andy Drowning His Sorrows In? Yay! Today! Yay! And today it's Wave chocolate-covered pretzel-flavored vodka. This is given to me as a gift on Christmas. Thank you, Mom. And I can't open it even. For the last three
power. It's fighting back. The bottle is fighting him back.
I did
In
it.
a normal bar fight, someone would grab a bottle and break it.
It's
Yeah,
warm
In
as
this
fuck.
case, the bottle took Andy's arm and broke it. It was like, come on.
That was actually pretty good. In the previous two podcasts, I drank that Kraken rum and some other stuff that I'm not sure about. That was in my mouth. All right.
We're sniffing the cap.
I have like 40 of these, so expect us to do at least 40 more podcasts for this reason.
Or a couple really good podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Just vomiting all over.
Yes.
Talking about James.
And I need to apologize ahead of time. I'm getting over a chest cold, so you may hear me coughing occasionally. My apologies to those with headphones on.
Mm-hmm.
Or sensitive to coughing, I guess.
If you're offended by coughing,
Yeah, we
don't
don't want to
listen.
offend anybody.
You know, some guy who's all like germophobic, jogging on a treadmill and hears someone coughing, so he starts vomiting all
No,
over.
he just throws the MP3 player away. Like, oh, Jesus.
Oh,
You know,
God.
slams it
Get
against
it
the
away.
wall. You know, just explodes.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, people seem to like when we talk about video games. Let's
Do
talk
they
about, I think they do, I don't know.
I don't know.
We
There's
get no
game
fan
out.
response, it doesn't matter. no one listens to us, it's all
What
worthless.
about
Oh,
the
Jesus.
Nintendo Entertainment System? I heard that's pretty hype these days with the kids.
Pretty fucking hype. Let's talk about the Ouya, everyone loves that these days.
Me and my coworker actually talking about that last night for like a good hour.
It's
Yeah.
fucking awesome, screw everybody. I love
Game
the
of
Ouya.
the year, Mr. Frog.
The amazing Mr.
The
Frog.
amazing Mr.
They just
Frog,
had a
dude.
Christmas edition. I kid you not. It has Santa Claus and shit.
Basically, the game, The Amazing Mr. Frog.
Game
is
in the loosest sense of the word, by the
Yes.
way.
It's more like a virtual reality in which you play as a frog man in a desolate city and you jump on like some boxes and shit and you fly around.
Yeah, that's the whole game.
Yeah.
You trip over stuff and make fart noises
and,
when you
and
trip.
there's multiplayer and you trip over each other.
It's the epitome of
Don't
sandbox
forget
multiplayer.
The crown and getting stuck in the wall.
Yes. The highlight of any game is when you get trapped in a wall.
Yes, and then it's like a new game altogether trying to get out of the wall.
It's a game within a game. It's like a mini game.
It's like back in Halo 1 where half the time you spent was just looking for exploits or like
Yeah.
map bugs.
Oh, there are exploits in Amazing Frog. But
Yes.
see, in Amazing Frog, you create your own gameplay. It's like an
Yes.
educational
It's
tool.
a sandbox.
It's the absolute sandbox. They give you nothing
You
except
gotta-
things to dick
you gotta
around with.
remember the awesome sound effects. Aside from the farting,
Oh, yeah.
you're running up. Yeah, I can't even like.
It kind of sounds like someone masturbating. It's what it's like. Like
In
the
a
slapping
sense, though,
sound.
It's perfect. What's it called? Design, because it sounds exactly what I would imagine a life-sized or a human-sized
At
frog
least 5
person
feet. Yeah.
running around. It's just like a wet slab of flesh.
It's like someone's taking lunch meat and going and just like
Yeah.
slapping, which is probably what
it's
they
like,
did.
Imagine slices of salami being thrown on pavement one after another.
Yeah,
That's
it's the
what
most
like.
realistic game of 20 whatever year it is.
It really is.
Was that 2012 or 2013 that came out?
Who knows? Who cares? I hope they update it every year. I
New
hope
and
they make an
improved
MMO
graphics.
out of it. But
Yeah.
talking about video games, let's talk about a video game that's not as good as The Amazing Frog. Let's
No.
talk about Diablo 3. I didn't play it when it was on PC. Did you guys play it when it was on PC?
I did
No,
not.
I watched some people play it on PC.
So we avoided all of the debacles that came with it,
Yes.
like the live auction house and the online DRM. So we got on the PS3, and
Yes.
I like it a lot. It's pretty good.
It's good teamwork, good team building
Exercise.
exercise.
Yeah, sure.
If you guys can go in there and fight this demon, you can take down corporate. Well, not take down. but,
What are we
Look,
doing?
it's a-
What's the end goal?
Let's remember we're in the Chamber of Darkness right now.
Yeah,
See?
well, you're listening to the Chamber of Darkness on the Quiet Storm. I wish this was a Quiet Storm. I love the Quiet
You
Storm.
need Eric's little.
I want to play some Keith Sweat right now on the Quiet Storm.
Come back at 8 with your host, Jazzy Jeff.
What?
I don't know. I'm just.
Jazzy Jeff.
I was gonna make reference to the guy from Parks and Recreation, and I totally forgot what it was.
That's fine. It's fine. So, our favorite classes. Oh, sorry.
I was just also gonna get us back on topic and say that Diablo 3, the big, or one of the biggest complaints of console version over PC version that I always hear is that there's far less enemies on screen and it's a lot easier. Which I haven't really noticed, but then I don't have any comparable.
You don't have a frame of reference.
Yeah. But standalone, it does not seem like there's too few, although it does seem kind of easy, but we're not playing on a very hard difficulty.
Well, we're playing on normal. It's not like we're playing on easy or anything.
Yeah, but like
And there are,
that's what I'm saying, is if you are looking for more of a challenge, just increase the difficulty.
Yeah, which we can at any time, which is nice. I will say we've gotten to a weird point in the game where it seems like the rate at which things can kill you jumps way up, and
Yes.
poison will kill you in a second, like with no warning.
Well, when you're dry humping a dead tree carcass that spit out poison spurs.
Oh yeah, and you're just standing there like walking against it, walking just like.
So you
you
get,
know.
I'm walking on sunshine. Oh. It's like, no, you're not. You're dying.
I think the poison has killed us in seriously like 5 seconds.
I don't think
Yes.
I've died. Have I died in that game yet?
Yeah,
you're
maybe.
the tankiest one of us, right?
Yeah.
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 Oh, for reference, Tone plays Barbarian. I play Monk because anytime there's like a religious warrior figure for some reason, I'm like super drawn to it. Sisters Battle is best.
And I play Vayne,
Yeah, Eric basically plays Vayne from League of Legends.
which is the
Demon Hunter.
Demon Hunt. Yeah.
Yeah, Demon Hunter. They're all pretty good. I think we're fairly well balanced, maybe. I don't know. We don't have really any
that's it.
spells.
Yeah,
but
we
who
don't
cares?
use magic damage or any magic characters, which we tried playing for a little bit. Both the Witch Doctor and the Wizard.
Eh.
They didn't seem as impactful as other classes.
No,
But then that's very low levels.
You know, I get the feeling though that probably the Wizard and the Witch Doctor scale super hard.
Arise, chicken. Chicken, arise.
BillyWitchDoctor.com.
Now kiss Steve with tongue. But yeah.
Yeah, that's Diablo. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Can't really say. We're not that far in it. We're 10 hours in or something,
Yeah,
even.
something like that.
Now, the reason that we got
We
Diablo
spent at
3...
least 3 of those hours designing our banners for
Yeah.
no apparent reason.
Well, it's got such a good banner creator.
It does.
If the Game of Thrones Facebook game had a banner creator that good, I would still be playing the Game of Thrones Facebook game.
Yes.
Or any Game of Thrones game, but all of them are garbage so far. The only good one will be the Telltale games on when it's released, which will be fucking awesome.
Well, we can't forget. Because you said... Yeah, never mind.
You can't make
Nothing.
accusations like that without evidence.
All the evidence I need is in The Walking Dead and The Wolf Amongst Us, which are both
the
Telltale
Walking Dead
games.
game, I've only played... I think just the demo. I'm thinking about it. Holy hell.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was amazing.
It's so much better as you go on. Moving along, let's talk, since we're on the video game topic. You guys remember when I mentioned I have no mouth and I must scream and I was super weird?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's still super weird. I broke the game. Because there's this guy who you have to get information from, and instead of getting information from him, I killed him and took his heart.
So you didn't gain his knowledge, you gained his bravery.
Yeah, and I also broke the game in such a way that I don't think I could have progressed further. So the game, if you don't play with a walkthrough, is really difficult. And apparently, I found out that when they were designing the game, Harlan Ellison, the writer of the book, wanted the game to be unbeatable. So it's...
Good design choice.
Yeah. It's, man, back in the day when point-and-click adventure games were a thing, they got so absurdly, like, difficult for no reason. Like, Toonstruck, I remember... Do you remember Toonstruck?
Yeah.
No, I do not.
Oh, okay, Eric remembers it. For those of you who aren't aware, Toonstruck was a game that was actually really cool and that had a lot of like really good voice actors, and it was like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Christopher Lloyd was a live-action human actor playing this cartoonist who got sucked into the cartoon world. Actually, it's more like Cool World now I think about it.
Oh, I'm thinking Cool World. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's very similar. He gets sucked in his cartoon world, and there are a lot of really good voice actors in it. Dan Castellaneta that from The Simpsons and all that. Anyway, he gets sucked in his cartoon world, and then you have a point-and-click adventure.
That's not...
Okay, real quick. What's your first point-and-click adventure that you remember? Or, okay, let me.
I don't
that's a
know.
tough
There have
question.
been a lot of them.
The one that stands out the most to you as a kid.
I'm almost tempted to say Toonstruck only because out of all of them, Maniac Mansion. Maniac
Oh my
Mansion.
God, I forgot about that
Fucking
one, yeah.
Maniac Mansion. Yes,
Mansion.
Maniac Mansion is still the king of point and click. I watched Game Grumps on YouTube.
Speedrun.
They didn't do a speed run, but they did go through it pretty quick. And I realized just how many different ways you can beat the game. And it's crazy. The only ways I ever remembered was putting the meteor in the trunk and then sending the manuscript in and having the meteor become like a published author. Those are the only two that I ever did. But there are several more that you can do to beat the game.
I've not been it either one of those ways.
I beat it using the trunk, and that was the only time. And then the author one I read about, but I couldn't figure out how to. I know you had to use the one girl who was an author, and you had to get the manuscript and send it in, but there was some step that was always missing in there. Yeah. No, it was easily Maniac Mansion. Yeah.
I was going to go with either Shadowgate or Deja Vu.
Those are both good, too. Played a lot of those, but Maniac Mansion.
I can't believe that slipped my mind, dude.
Yeah, Maniac Mansion was the only one of those I owned, which, by the way, I have a copy of Maniac Mansion that still lets you put the hamster in the microwave. And apparently that's kind of rare. Like, apparently they only made so many copies of ones where you could actually put the hamster in. And then the later ones, you try to put the hamster in the microwave, and he says, like, oh, that's sick.
Yep,
or whatever.
That's one
like
I
you
got.
cut out of the game.
Yeah.
Speaking of content that was cut out of the game, in I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, there's a part where Benny, who's this guy who's been genetically modified and tortured by Am, eats a baby. And they cut it out of the game.
Jesus,
Instead, he just
I
finds
wonder
his
why.
cradle, and he's like, man, I sure am hungry. But yeah, I Have No Mouth, Must Scream. You have to play it with a walkthrough because it's super buggy and will break otherwise. But it's totally worth it. It might be better to read the book. But the game's still pretty good if you want something super weird and dark and crazy. Maybe the book would be better.
Hijack this conversation for a second and say that
Do
that
it.
reminds me of my favorite PC game of all time, that single player, Call of Cthulhu, and how that was another psychological cool horror game.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a trick you could do where you just go against a wall, and they had a leaning mechanism. If you lean and turn into the wall, you could see through it.
No, you can turn no clip on.
Yeah, you could basically turn no clip on, and you could
shit.
hide in a room and just see where all the enemies are, and that was like the easiest way to get through the levels, which made it infinitely less scary. But it was such a good game other than that.
Yeah, Call of Cthulhu was really... I watched a playthrough of that, too, that I think Game Grumps again did. And it weirded me out because they were really pissed off by the game. Like, they couldn't quite figure it out, and they just stopped the playthrough, like, midway through the game. And I'm going, what the
You
hell?
guys might know this. There's a game, I don't know if it's Silent Hill or what, that smells like... I'm going to sidetrack here for that. It smells like Tootsie Rolls.
It tastes like dog shit, but I'm going to finish it. This is the chocolate-covered pretzel drink, by the way. Wave vodka is not very good. We're going to lose their sponsorship. Go on, Dylan.
It's a game. I don't know what you're a little girl, and you're in this town, and this guy's trying to like hunt you down or kill you or something.
Oh, Clock Tower.
Clock Tower.
Probably
yes.
Clock Tower. Unless
Yeah,
I had a
Clock
dog, in which case it was...
No, I remember me and my buddy.
Guy with
Big Scissors.
Big Scissors?
Yes.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's Clock Tower.
We were playing that game at like, well, of course at the time we were, I don't know,
2,
10. I don't know.
The perfect age to play a horror game.
We were pretty young, and I don't even know how we got the game. I think my sister got it for us or something. Anyways, we were playing it like in the dark because we were told play it, sound up, lights off. Mm-hmm. And there's a scene or a part in the game where you have to hide behind like a curtain.
Yep. And
then like he's
totally
breathing
Clock
like
Tower.
right. Oh my god, that was terrifying.
Clock Tower was nuts. Yeah. Clock Tower is very frightening. I kind of wish they'd... I don't know. The horror games... I haven't played Amnesia, but Amnesia looks interesting. I haven't played any good horror games in a while. I started to play Last Survivor, but that... I don't know if I necessarily call it a horror game.
I
don't know, it's kind of...
I watched a playthrough of that game that you just mentioned. Now I forgot the name.
Clock Tower?
Last Survivor or Clock Tower?
No,
Lone
that-
Survivor.
No, or maybe it's not the game you mentioned.
Alright.
Shoot.
I remember, I watched a playthrough of Barbie Horse Adventures.
No, it's that new game where you're trying to like escape a mental asylum.
Dementium?
No.
Hold on. Not Dementium, not Amnesia.
Maybe it was them. What was the subtitle for Amnesia?
Well,
Was there?
there was the Dark Descent and
Wait,
then
no,
the Machine for
Amnesia
Pigs.
is the one with the naked guys running around.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I saw a playthrough of
Rare
that
Exports?
too, but I don't.
Why not?
Rare
Everyone
Never
should go
mind.
watch the 3-view for Rare Exports.
Yes.
I'm just plugging so hard this pod. Oh, I'm
Forget what I was
plugging
saying
away.
because I'm thinking of the wrong game.
Shut up, Andy.
Oh.
You're drunk.
Yes.
What's let's see, another horror game. I'm really looking forward to that new one that the Resident Evil guy is working on. I can't remember the name. Evil Within, I think. The Evil Within.
Sounds familiar.
No
It's
idea.
done from like a Resident Evil 4 kind of perspective, except the game is not based around combat. It's based more around like escape and puzzle solving. Yeah,
That's
it looks
the best.
really good. Like it looks really, really, really good. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, speaking of dark and weird things, I'm gonna
That's
jump.
a good segue. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna segue from video games to
The devil.
I want to say reality? Question mark.
Oh.
Oakland. Or,
No.
not Oakland.
No.
I keep saying Oakland.
Why? What is
Take
wrong?
a geography lesson.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma loves musicals and also the devil.
Apparently.
No. Let's see. How can we sum this up well? In Oklahoma, the capital of Oklahoma, this group was fighting hard to open a candy wrapper
All right, Satanists want to put up a statue of Satan.
because this other group fought to put up the Ten Commandments, and they were like, "Hey, we should have just as much rights to put up our stuff," and so they're totally doing it. And I thought this is a totally cool thing because let's think about this. The Ten Commandments are up there. Satan has put up a statue, which, by the way, the statue is fucking hilarious. The statue has like a goat-headed.
Devil
Who is
man.
that? It's a specific. Is that Satan himself, or is
No,
it
it's,
Baphomet?
Yeah,
Baphomet.
I knew it was
All right,
one
so
of
the statue's like Baphomet, like sitting down in this throne kind of thing, and there are two small children next to him, like looking up to him, like, "Hey, Baphomet, you're our best buddy," you know?
It's 7 feet tall.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
His lap is
Go
made
ahead,
so you can sit
creature.
on.
Yeah, like you can sit on his lap. You can sit on Baphomet's lap. Would you know? Once they put it up, tons of people are gonna go over there and take
Oh, yeah.
pictures with it.
Oh, yeah. It's
The
probably also going
goat-headed
to get
creature with
vandalized.
horns, wings, and a
yeah.
long beard.
So the Satanists want to put up this, and I say, good, awesome. Here's why. Imagine, if you will, that there's a state courthouse, or capital, whatever it is, that has 10 Commandments, Satanist statue, giant Buddha, and many other world religions I'm forgetting. Just imagine, if you will, different statues representing each of these.
Shiva.
Shiva. Mecha Shiva.
Mecha Shiva.
Just imagine, if you will, it'd be kind of awesome to have all these statues representing these different religions.
It'd be like that
at courthouse.
coexist bumper sticker in real life.
Yeah, basically. I think that'd be fucking great. I would love that.
Someone's want to put up some kind of Mohammed type reference, and oh no, that's bad.
Well,
these people are.
Let's not go on a rant about that. Please, for the love of God.
Hey, we gotta stay edgy.
Oh,
fucking people.
No, don't. Moving on. God damn it.
That
Let's talk about The World's End.
Spoiler alert. The World's... I'm not really a big spoiler, but kind of a spoiler.
Well, you should see The World's End, first of all.
Yes.
Before we say anything about this, none of y'all saw World's End theaters, probably because you couldn't. Because, for whatever reason, they didn't release in a lot of places.
So pirate it.
Go to Redbox, man. It's
that.
$2. $2 at Redbox to rent it.
$1 at Redbox.
It's like $1.20 or something.
Or you can try to use the promo codes DVD on me or Break Room.
Those are going to be totally expired by the time.
Yeah.
Oh man, they come and go randomly.
Whatever. Anyway, go rent The World's End, please. It's a very good movie and needs your support. But anyway,
after you see the movie, or you don't care enough to watch it, and you're about to have something spoiled, by the end, it's kind of shown that humanity is like on the bottom rung of a galactic civilization or something like that.
they're the least civilized planet in the entire.
As Tyler just gave us an example of. Are we really, though? Would we be? In your honest opinions, are we really, like, do you think other alien races that would have better capabilities than us insofar as galactic travel would be more civilized or, what's the word? Not profound, maybe profound.
Yeah, maybe.
Than us.
So I think it was Stephen Hawking that once said, if there is alien life forms out there and they contact Earth, we are going to get annihilated.
No, I remember that. He said, do not make contact with alien life because it's not going to go well. We are fucking up the quote super hard. But it was something along those lines, yes, where he said...
But if that's true, doesn't that make them more barbaric than us? Because I'm pretty sure humanity wouldn't just want to wipe out any aliens that we find. Unless you're in, like, Starship Troopers or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
something like that. But...
Because when, I don't know, a organized, advanced organization or group of people come to a foreign land of, I don't know, primitive type people, they don't just come and wipe them out for the hell of it. No, who does that?
Well, here's the thing.
This is America.
Take it a little farther.
We're talking aliens versus humans.
No,
I'm just making a simple reference to Christopher Columbus and the fucking Indians.
But here's the thing. Here's
yourself.
No. Here's the thing. The reason why humans can be so cruel to humans, I think, is because we look at them as almost human. If you're looking at something that's an alien, it's so alien that you can't even respond to it, and your response has to be that of either abject fear or worship and awe. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna... Or, I guess, curiosity. What I'm saying is, if you're looking at something that's so alien... Like, a lot of the stuff H.P. Lovecraft wrote about.
Yeah.
If you saw something that's so alien that your mind couldn't quite comprehend how it works,
But that's horror. Let's say we find aliens that are relatively similar to us in that. Like let's say they breathe something similar to air, they walk on two legs, and they have faces.
All right.
Prometheus?
Sure, Prometheus.
Let's go with Prometheus. Why not?
Why not?
Big,
Space
bald,
Jesus.
naked albinos.
I think the point that Tone was making is false because what we do on Earth is usually, when we screw over other people, is usually for some kind of end goal.
Yeah,
to get resources or something. If we find aliens millions and millions of space light years away compared to Earth light years, we wouldn't really have... I doubt there would be a purpose to wiping them out or being hostile at all.
Oh, all right. So what was the Stephen Hawking's quote?
Hawking,
Hawking's my mistake.
Okay, let me make sure I get this correct. He said,
Go on, you can do.
Hawking warns we should be very wary of answering back until we have evolved a bit further, meeting more advanced civilization at our present stage. Hawking says, might be a bit like the original inhabitants of America meeting Columbus. I don't think they were better off for it.
Oh,
Okay.
so you're saying we would be America
Yeah.
and Columbus would be the aliens. Okay.
Exactly.
I thought you meant the other way around.
No.
Okay. Now, there is one idea, too, that the aliens would potentially look at us as being a very warlike species or a species that is unnecessarily violent or whatever, which is totally possible. But that being said, would they necessarily want to wipe us out because of it, or would they want to help us improve?
You want to know how our alien contact's going to happen? We're going to get blown up for an intergalactic highway.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
You know, he just thought someone wanted his signature. He was signing a contract for him. It's a big misunderstanding.
Hitchhikers, yes.
See, that's in
Kidding.
ancient alien theory. One of their theories is that the aliens were here in the beginning to make sure humans mined gold, because that's like super important for electronics and computers and stuff like that. Superconductive. So that's why we see gold as such a valuable thing. And then at some point they're gonna come back and like take all our shit again.
They're gonna take all our gold, so it is gonna be like Columbus. Oh Christ! We're all fucked.
So it's kind of like a cycle.
Here's what's gonna happen: we're gonna go back to the gold standard right before that, and then the aliens are gonna be like, "Nope." We're gonna be like, "Oh, never mind."
Yeah.
What do you guys think about aliens? I don't know, because I think there is aliens. I think, in my mind personally, there's no doubt that there's got to be some kind of life other than humanity out there, or maybe another humanity, or another version of humanity, simply knowing how large space is and how many things are out there. Like, there's no way there's no other life other than just humanity. I think it'd be ignorant to say that there's only humanity is the only life in this huge, huge, huge space where we've seen other worlds that can support life.
Nah, you're ignorant.
Oh, okay.
No, I agree.
Do you guys think, I don't know, do you think, I mean, eventually, for humanity to survive, we would have to leave the planet, right? Because, I mean, just, you know, the nature of entropy, and everything decays and everything falls away at some point.
Well, not to mention the amount of, population growing and lack of space. I mean,
yeah,
you can only. I mean, there's areas in like the United States or Canada that are just nothing but open field or whatever that you could put houses or apartments or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I mean, to me, there is a lot of room still.
Yeah.
But then you realize you take up this room for housing, where we can get our food. Next thing you know, we're eating out of tubes.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we're the fat people in freaking Wall-E.
I've never seen Wall-E. I don't know.
It's pretty good, actually.
Check
it's
it
not.
out.
Yeah. Well,
it's a very detailed
it's
description of our future.
Okay.
A lot of people find it offensive.
Yeah.
Because it's true, motherfuckers.
How do you find Pixar offensive in any way? Everything Pixar makes is
good. People should really watch some kind of comparison video between Pixar and DreamWorks to see.
Where could they find such a comparison? What kind of brave souls would do such a video comparing Pixar and DreamWorks?
They'll have to look it up on YouTube. I don't know.
I think they should search for Rapscallions report when they... God damn it, we are shilling so hard. So hard.
But,
he is amazing.
Y'all mentioned overpopulation.
He mentioned it. Don't say y'all. I didn't mention
Hey, y'all is a generic term. It can mean anybody or everybody.
All right, fair enough.
I'm not convinced that it's going to be a huge problem because there's just so many factors that can kill off tons of population at the same time as making population. Yeah. I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, like, there's going to be more access to contraception. There's going to be more people can just make laws China style of one child only. There can be... If we do go out in and out of space a ton looking for new places to colonize or whatever, there is such a thing as super diseases that once they get out of Earth's atmosphere, they become like Hulkinated diseases, like super flus, and those can come back and become like new black plagues or whatever.
Yeah.
This is complete theory to me. Not theory, hypothesis.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making this up as I go. But I'm thinking that that's a very big possibility that,
See, I'm thinking this doesn't really solve the food problem, but, like, there's one thing they talked about in several issues of Popular Science, which is pretty fun. Popular Science I really like because they do a lot of theoretical stuff where they show, like, basic designs that people come up with for things to solve stuff like this. And one of the things they get for the population is new ways to design housing for example, that's more vertical, more compacted, ways to fit people in areas where you couldn't fit people before. You know, so I don't think housing is necessarily going to be a big issue because there are ways around that. The food crisis, though, I remember there was someone. No, there was someone they were talking about on a NPR. They said actually we can make stuff last a lot longer if we rely a little less on meat. And they're not saying cut meat entirely out of everyone's diet, go completely vegan. They're not saying that at all. But like the amount of food and land that it takes to sustain the amount of beef that we keep eating is enormous. It's insane. You know, so if we just cut down, say like you just have meat some nights of the week instead of, you know, every meal all the time, that will drastically cut down on the amount of resources that we're spending. You know, and it was totally sensible. He wasn't some radical going like everyone go totally vegan or else. You know, no, he was just saying if we just cut back a bit.
It 3 nights out of the week.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
so
sense.
I think I don't know stuff like that.
Who's gonna have chicken?
Oh yeah, with proper planning, I think it can be done. Like the one thing that I always try and keep in mind with humanity is that our best strength is that we can adapt and invent.
We had no space program to being on the moon in 3 years, I believe.
Yes, yes. Or to filming it. Bum, bum, bum.
Don't even get me started with that.
And now we got 60 years, and China went to the moon.
Yep, very recently.
And we got a robot on Mars.
Mm-hmm.
Come on,
wham,
son.
wham. You know, that's one thing I want to talk about real quick. I'm thinking in the next decade or so, we're going to see a lot more countries making trips into space.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I think that's going to be a bigger
thing.
thing.
Now where you can actually pay and get like a trip to space for like a couple million or whatever.
I don't think that's like you don't actually land on the surface of anything. I think that's just breaking the
atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're not.
That is a true thing, but since the 70s, they've been selling tickets to space hotels, one-way trips to Mars, and all this shit. I wrote a thesis on this, and I'm not kidding, I did.
Yeah.
And
he's a college man.
One of them fancy lads.
Pretty much all of those plans and sales fell through, but they usually kept the money.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
But
it's like Kickstarter, but worse.
I mean, they've made more progress over the years. I know, like, there was a Russian company or something that wanted to have space hotels, which are basically just like satellites, but with a big window and couches and shit like that. And that would go for like $500,000 a night or something like that.
Do you think Japan will have specially themed space-made hotels where you pay by the hour?
See, as much as I love space and everything about space, I want to see more ocean exploration, which is just as mysterious, if not more mysterious, than our neighboring galaxy.
Like you want to talk alien creatures?
Yeah. We're like so many of these weird.
Is it the jellyfish? There's some kind of creature that they discovered. It ages to a certain point.
Yeah,
and then
jellyfish.
it almost makes itself younger, and they realize it only dies when it's attacked.
Yeah,
like it does not die of natural causes.
It like replenishes its own cells or something like that all the time.
Now imagine if they somehow
harness that to make something for humans. Yes,
we're gonna live forever.
But then we get into another philosophical thing of how many of those jellyfish are we gonna have to kill to get that, and then will we have any left?
And then the bigger one, who gets that?
Yeah, who gets that?
Which is a huge thing with transhumanism. Like the constant argument with transhumanism is, if we come out with ways to say
cure AIDS,
that's one.
Everybody has AIDS.
I'm talking specifically about like cybernetic augmentation. Okay, if you have someone who can afford a special kind of heart that works better than any human heart possibly could, and they like enter, say, the Olympics against people who just have plain human hearts, is that giving them an unfair advantage, for one? If you give someone some kind of brain implant that lets them access any memories at any time, is that giving them an unfair advantage against people in the workplace? There's a whole... Transhumanism is pretty cool, but there's a lot of deep issues that come into play with any kind of human augmentation, really.
Here's the big question I mull over every night philosophically.
Mm.
Is it wrong to be strong?
You.
I mean, death is as much a part of life as life.
Sarcophilus Satanicus.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving on.
See, y'all can't even answer it. I can't answer it. Who can?
Who can answer if it's wrong to be strong, really?
I think the only people who can answer that is everybody's
clearly,
favorite
we all know.
TV show.
The Killing?
No. The TV show that's the best show on TV right now. Ratings-wise.
Oh, Big Bang
The
Theory?
Big Bang Theory is
Yeah.
the best show on TV or whatever.
It's I forget how exactly. It's number one show in the world, and I'm not sure if that's in terms of distribution or like how many people are watching it or what. But there was a thing announced recently that said that yes, Big Bang Theory is the number one television show in the world, not the United States, but the world.
See,
Fuck that.
I
I don't know.
To backpedal to the is it wrong to be strong according to Yahoo Answers,
Which is
yes.
clearly the best place to look
Yes,
for
where-
answers. for
Where are
things.
their sources?
very wrong indeed.
Yeah, tell them to cite their sources. And that just devolves into bullshit.
See, this person says guys are sexy when they're strong. So obviously they're right.
Clearly.
Clearly.
I don't know why that came up under the single and dating category, but okay.
Look, when you're dating, it's important that you show strength. If you're on a date and suddenly they need you to lift a car and you can't, they're like, oh, clearly you're terrible mating potential. My children will be weak and anemic.
Yes.
You know? If I
Yes.
accept their seed into my...
Like, if you get married and have kids with that girl,
Mhm.
and then she leaves you for another guy, that guy's gonna eat your kids.
You're
gotta be
not strong enough
balanced.
to protect them. He's got to come in and he's got to start barking, and you're going to bark back, and then he's going to make himself look bigger, you know, and you're going to whimper and cower away, and then he's going to eat your kids in front of you while you like hide behind a rock, you know, and
Yes.
kind of peek out.
And that's how dating works.
Mhm.
I asked Dr. Phil one time, that's what he told me.
He's like, now listen, you big dummy, you got to make yourself big and strong, because bigger and stronger people are going to eat your babies. All right?
And then I asked Oprah about it, and she said, "Everyone's getting
There's a babies for all of you. Babies under your chairs. You get a baby, and you get a baby. Mwah. And then you asked Steve Harvey, and he was like, I host Family Feud.
in a scandalized way."
Who else?
What I missed?
Then you asked Louis Anderson, who used to host Family Feud, and he's like, I'm Louis Anderson, and I don't host Family Feud anymore. Does he even work anymore? Is he working?
I don't know.
Didn't he like do child porn or something?
No! What?
Where does that come from?
Do as in like he was a performer, or like is that how his career got started? I don't know what you're spreading some malicious rumors, sir.
Yes.
No, I'm telling you, man. It was.
He was beaten as a child. I read his book. He talked about it. It was really sad.
Well, there you go.
No, I think you're thinking of the guy from Howard the Duck, who was big into child pornography.
What?
The guy who played the evil doctor who transformed into a monster in Howard the Duck and was in Beetlejuice and other stuff. Yeah, and he was in Beetlejuice and a lot of other stuff. The guy who looked like a pedophile. Like a cartoon, like, caricature of a pedophile. Was a pedophile.
What is this?
I thought it would take us a couple podcasts to get into pedophilia, but I guess I was wrong.
Nope. Today on the Darkcast,
The Chamber of
pedophilia
Darkness.
all the time.
Pedophilia, Satan. What else did we talk about?
I don't know. I'm sure something
Big Bang
else.
Theory, that's pretty dark.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Yeah.
See, the man looks like a
That
pedophile.
guy?
Yeah,
The guy for what else
the guy
do I
who was in
know?
a ton of stuff,
Yes.
looking like a pedophile. Sleepy Hollow,
He was
Failure,
the
Ferris
principal on
Bueller's Day
Ferris
Off.
Bueller's
Yeah,
Day
that's
Off.
right.
He was in Amadeus. He was in Justice League, the TV
Amadeus.
series.
Amadeus.
The man had an illustrious career of playing someone who looked like a pedophile.
Soliciting a 14-year-old boy. Oh God, fuck this dude.
So moving on,
We were talking about Big Bang Theory.
Speaking of
And
Big
then
Bang,
we moved on to the Little Bang Theory.
you know what, Pex? Oh, you know what, Pex? David, now I can't even say it because it's going to sound like I'm talking about pedophilia.
Go on.
No, all right, I'm going to say it. You know what, Pex? A Big Bang in a small box is the Steam box.
And 14-year-olds.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
The Steam box. Oh, I don't even know where to go from here.
They released some pictures of some models of the Steam box, and they're all made by different companies.
Not just pictures, prices and specs. It's all out there. It's all in the forefront, son. There's like 15 of them.
Steam
There's an
box
alien.
keeping it real.
Yeah, there's an Alienware one. There's iBuyPower. There's pretty much everyone who custom makes PCs is making a Steam box, and most of them are customizable. They range anywhere from $500 to like, I think $6,000 for the like top of the line one, and they're all awesome, and I love them.
I'm still not really sold on how the Steam box is different from a PC or a console.
Well, it's a little different from a PC in that it's meant for people who do not know how to build a PC, essentially. So console players who are like, I want to play some of these games on the PC or pay half as much as I do for console games can get a Steam box. And they don't have to really do anything in terms of building it. They just plug it in, Steam OS does everything, and they just fucking... it's done. It doesn't have Windows, but you can install Windows to it. That is kind of a downside, though, is that there's a lot of games that need Windows.
Yes,
And that's the thing that still kind of bothers me with it, yes.
I can't help but think that it just seems kind of rip-off.
Rip-off?
I haven't looked at the specs or the prices, but to what it sounds like they could sell people who don't know how to build PCs and thus don't know the value of the specs.
Then
could get ripped off.
I'll tell you this much. If you look at the specs, from the little I know of PCs, if you look at the specs and the price, you're getting a pretty fucking good deal for a pretty decent gaming PC. But without Windows, yes.
If every model differentiates...
There are some basic requirements for each one, though. Like, they all are held to a standard, and I'm not sure what their exact standard is, but they all are held to a standard that, essentially, if you're buying a Steam box, you're going to be able to run all the games that are out now at least
that
the
don't
like
need
required
Windows.
That don't need Windows, or that otherwise. And I keep thinking that by the time the Steam box actually launches, they're gonna do something in terms of Windows emulation. Like they have to. Although that being said, I personally think it'd be worth it. If I didn't already have a PC, and it wouldn't be cheaper for me to just upgrade that PC, I would totally get a Steam box and just install Windows on it.
Why would you need a Steam box when you have the Ouya?
Oh yeah,
it's got good emulation on it.
And the Amazing Frog must
and
be
the Amazing Frog.
What game did we get that was emulated?
On the Ouya?
Yeah, didn't we get an emulation?
Some wrestling game, wasn't it?
That wasn't an emulator. That was an M. Dickey game. He made that for Android.
Not sure, right?
Yeah. No, I never downloaded emulators on the Ouya.
Oh, yeah.
That's not a thing.
Rapper's Report does not condone that kind of activity.
We condemn piracy in all ways, shapes, and forms. Yep.
Meet real girls. Oh, never mind.
Huh?
There's a lad.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
No, that's not it.
So let's talk about cell phone banner ads. I don't like them. I don't like cell phone banner ads.
I don't like ads.
No. But everyone should disable any YouTube ad blocker when they watch Rapscallions Report videos.
Yeah.
They really should. It's good for everyone. It really is.
It makes your experience deeper.
Mm-hmm. And you'll get bigger.
Getting bigger.
What can I say? You'll get bigger.
And I got a heck of a lot bigger.
Oh, wait a minute. What do you mean, male enhancement?
Oh, male enhancement.
Oh,
You don't even know. Don't come in here talking to me about male enhancement, sir. All right? I have a degree in male enhancement. I didn't go to male enhancement school for 8 years to be called Mr. Male Enhancement.
you gotta get rid of your neck or you gotta talk like that. All of my studies in male enhancement have proven that
That I know my shit.
Extends really works.
You're gonna lose our
Me and
sponsor
my
again.
husband found out that Extends really works. As you can see, Extends really works.
You listen to these people that you've never met and clearly aren't actors. Man, I love those ads. The best ones are late at night when they have like 4 women who are clearly like either retired or not very popular softcore porn stars.
On like the talk show.
Yeah, they make it be like sex
size
talk.
does matter. Oh, it totally matters.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god.
And all of them are basically just agreeing, just cackling together. It's like, so anyway, I went out with this guy, and his dick was big enough, so he just wasn't confident, and I had to dump him. You know?
All the confidence.
I could talk about Extends ads
What
all day,
episode?
every day, until the end of days.
We talked about this in an episode of Rapscallions Report.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah.
Recently or a long time ago?
I don't even know.
Long
but I remember
time
we had
ago.
a long
Because
discussion
as
about it.
everyone in the audience know, we've been doing this for years.
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 I hate you guys so much right now.
Years.
Yeah.
And we're so bad at it.
Yeah.
So bad.
So bad.
So big.
There's a title for this one. So bad.
We're so bad.
We're so bad. Like the Power Glove.
It's either so bad or Little Bang Theory.
Say that it packs. Here's a podcast title that it packs a small bang and a big. A big bang and a small
The
box.
episode is called Random Stuff 2.
No. Oh, you mean the episode of pod? Oh, all right. Everyone, if you
Why
want to
was
hear
this
us, if you want to hear us complain,
June 19th, 2012.
if you want to hear us complain about dick pills, go watch Random Stuff 2 from Rapscallions Report page. Yes. So anyone else got anything they want to talk about for a minute? Anything burning in your hearts? Does this burning fist compel you to defeat it?
I finally watched Grease the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah? I've never seen Grease. Everyone
It's-
kvetches at me for never seeing
it's-
Grease.
See,
but I never
no one
saw
has
Grease.
ever kvetched me for not seeing Grease.
So you didn't even have pressure on you.
No, I
That's
just
the thing.
watched it. Well, Netflix kvetched me. They're
Everyone was like, hey, buddy, you better watch this Grease. And you're like,
Hey,
no,
bitch.
Netflix.
I got 4.5 stars for you, motherfucker. You better watch this shit.
You're going to watch this and you're going to like it. And you're like, no.
No, please. And they forced me to do it. I mean, after Netflix hit me repeatedly over the head with a tack hammer, I just had to give them my attention.
I mean, you got a wife and kids.
Yeah.
Let's talk about, has Netflix ever recommended something to you that you've been like, I clearly hate this?
My Little Pony.
You've
Well,
never seen it.
Before
You might like it.
they had the multiple account where you can switch, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I was using Netflix with my wife and 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, I should watch this because I love Army Wives and Say Yes to the Dress. And then I realized I hate Netflix.
And then it recommended to you Big Tranny Blow Bang at number 3. And you're like, I've only seen Big Tranny Blow Bang 1. No. My
That's
kids,
the fucking other thing I
my
hate.
sons, my only sons.
They got movies like they got 2, 3, and 4, but
Where's one?
the first one is only
Yeah.
disc only, and it's like, what the fuck?
You know what's hilarious to me is, I don't remember why I was looking this up, but they have Darkman like 2 through 6, but not the first
Wait,
Darkman.
through 6?
Something like that.
I've
There's
only
like
seen,
a lot
I
of
thought
them.
there's only 3 of them.
No, there's at
4 of
least
them?
4.
Jesus.
Did all of them have Liam Neeson?
No.
Okay, I thought so.
I
That's why
guarantee
we've
you
never
know.
heard of him.
Yeah. I read a comic recently that was a Darkman crossover with Army of Darkness.
Army of Dark Madness?
I really wish they would have gone with that, but they didn't. It wasn't that good of a comic, actually. No, it just wasn't that great.
I've been listening to the Evil Dead musical soundtrack again.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty hot.
It's hot on the streets. It's
Yeah.
real good.
And I've been listening to Rent a lot. And Milan a lot.
No, you know what? I'm gonna listen to fucking Churches with a V. You take out the U and put a V in there. Best band of 2014, even though their album came out either last year or 2012.
Yeah, it's we're only a week into January.
Yeah, it's
a
fine.
week into the entire year.
I'm making real early predictions this year. Real early.
Yes, evidently.
So hey, if no one's got anything else important to say, we're gonna do wrap up and wrap it up. We for our video works have a 3-view coming up, which is all three of us watch a movie. We watch it separately and record our reviews of it separately, and you get to see what matches up and what doesn't matches up. It's pretty cool.
We don't discuss the movie at all before we talk about it. So if we have conflicting arguments, there's no way we can influence each other.
Yeah, so you're getting 3 separate opinions on one movie. It's an interesting little thing.
Some
You might
be
like
the
it.
Same, some might conflict, some might be similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, you might like it. You know, no, you're gonna like it. I guarantee you're gonna like it. You're gonna watch
It's
it
better than those other reviews because there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
because there's 2 more.
Because it's 2 more. It doesn't have the same ring to it. Man.
Nah,
Sorry.
it's fine.
Fuck. 3 reviews for the price of 1.
Oh boy, you'll buy that for $1. What deal is steal?
But you don't even have to because it's free.
But you can give us $1.
You can give us $1.
That would be really good. Let's do this. If you send us $1 through, I don't know, PayPal, something.
I don't know.
If you
In the
send
mail.
us $1 somehow, just find our addresses and send us their mail. Don't do that. If you send us $1, we'll review any movie you want. We'll do it for pay.
Yeah.
That's what we'll do
We'll even do it for a bison dollar.
it. Which is worth 3 British pounds.
Yes. But at the same time, it's not worth the paper it's printed on.
You know, for you, Eric, when we recorded this podcast, it was a moment that changed your life forever. But for me, it was a Tuesday.
It isn't. Fuck, today is Tuesday.
Oh! All right, so anyway, getting back on track. Watch our damn 3-view, please, of The Devil's Carnival, part of the Devil series, apparently.
Yes.
We review a lot of devil movies.
The Chamber of Darkness.
Yeah, the Chamber of Darkness here. The Darkcast. The Rapscallions Report Darkcast is going to talk about the devil some more.
It's good that there's a podcast because if we're on video, people would probably get really sickened by what room we're in.
Yeah, there's all the blood and
I need
just
to,
pentagrams all over.
Not to mention what we're wearing, or rather, lack of.
Skin.
I mean,
It's like
Yeah.
Hellraiser up in here.
it's
pretty
we
good.
got some nice 18th century torture devices and shit.
That one where it's like a pyramid and you like sit on it.
Oh, and the
slowly drop
weight?
'em.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's the stuff.
I've been working on getting one of those brass bowl things where you cook people inside.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying
the
to get
brass
one of
bowl.
those,
No, you get
but
those
it's-
things like this, and you twist it, and as you twist it...
Yeah, it's like
opens up.
this,
yeah.
so the people in the podcast can't see what the fuck.
Yeah.
You put it in the mouth, and you twist the knob, and it opens up in the mouth, and it's supposed to be a gag.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
you can, shatter your jaw with it. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Pretty hype. All right, so anyway, watch Devil's Carnival.
If you know what
listen
that
to
is, let us
podcasts. Yeah, send us. Go to our websites on the Facebooks and YouTubes and tell us that you love us or not.
Yeah. And Twitter, we're on Twitter.
Yeah, we're on Twitter too. Contact us through all those. Rapscallions Report. Just look up
Twitter,
Rapscallions Report.
r_report.
Yeah, there you go. Watch some more 3-views if you want. If you guys have a specific request for the podcast or maybe even the movie reviews, send it to us.
Be on the card table.
Oh yeah, or a
Or
board game review if you want
Or
to send us a
even
board game.
regular episode topics.
Yeah, if you want to hear us talk about something, we might do it, maybe not, but we'll at least listen. We'll at least read it. Please just talk to us. We're very lonely men.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm Tyler.
I'm Andy, and I'm a very lonely man.
I'm the disciple of Satan.
Bye, everybody.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Those tossed salads and scrambled
What that
eggs.
fucking song again? Jesus.
And maybe I seem a bit confused, but maybe.
Hey, I'm Sandra D.
Keep going.
Something, something virginity. Won't go to bed till I'm legally wed. I'm Sandra D. That's all I got.
That's pretty hit.
That's all we need.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh, uh-oh.